We're gonna pop a batch with flossine, we're gonna pop a batch with signature blend, and we're also gonna pop a batch with glaze pop. And we're gonna see which one tastes the best.
That one's really good.
Today we're gonna be making blue raspberry popcorn. We're super excited to make these blue raspberry flavored popcorn. I love blue raspberry popcorn personally. I love the color of it, I love the taste of it, I love the smell of it. It's so good. Today we're gonna do something a little different though, and we're actually gonna be trying out 3 different ways to make blue raspberry popcorn. And why are we trying out 3 different ways? Well, for one, a lot of folks online who make kettle corn, they have been making blue raspberry kettle corn using a product called flossine. And flossine is basically what they use when they make cotton candy. And they use flossine, they put some of this into, mix it with sugar, and then that's what they use to make cotton candy. And this is how they make blue raspberry. So this is a gold medal product. And what's been happening, what I've been hearing is that a lot of folks think that either they changed the recipe, which they very well may have, the flossine recipe, and it's not nearly as good as it used to be. So we're going to try out this flossine. We've popped this before, but we're gonna give it another go, and we're gonna compare this to making blue raspberry popcorn 2 other ways. The other 2 ways are, we're going to use signature blend. This is also a gold medal product. This is a concentrate. This is a blue raspberry concentrate. Oh wow, that is strong. So it's very similar to flossine. You use this and you mix it with sugar, and so this smells actually really, really good. So we're gonna try this. We're gonna mix this with regular sugar, just like we're gonna do with flossine, and we're gonna pop a batch of this. And we're also gonna pop a batch of blue raspberry popcorn using the gold medal glaze pop. Now this is basically an all-in-one solution. This includes the sugar, the flavoring. I believe there's also an emulsifier in here to help that stick to the popcorn better. So to sum this up, we're gonna pop a batch with flossine, we're gonna pop a batch with signature blend, and we're also gonna pop a batch with glaze pop. And we're gonna see which one tastes the best. So let's get popping. I have a 1/2 cup of sugar in this container, and I have a 1/2 cup of sugar in this container, and I have a 1/2 cup of the glaze pop in this container right here. What we need to do to flavor these 2 sugars is we need to add 2 teaspoons of flossine to 1. So let's get out our measuring spoon here. We're gonna put in, you could definitely smell the fruitiness to this, but we're gonna put in 2 teaspoons of flossine. And we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of our signature blend in the other one. So let's get that going. 1, 2. Now we're going to stir these up. I'm just going to try a little skewer here. Okay, so we have our flossine one mixed up. Now we're gonna mix up our signature blend. So we have our flossine one, we have our signature blend, and we have our glaze pop. So let's turn this back on. Let's see what the temperature is at. We're at about 360 degrees. So we're going to actually start our popping, and what we're going to do is we're going to pop the flossine one first. Okay, so let's get our corn oil poured in. 3 ounces of corn oil, and we're putting in 8 ounces of kernels because this is an 8-ounce popper. Let's close the lid on that, and we'll let that get to where it needs to go. Heating this up. Once this starts to pop, that's when we're going to add in our mixture. So the first one we're going to do is our flossine. So listen, I hear it sizzling. It means it's probably going to start popping very soon. Okay, I'm hearing popping. So we're going to open this, and we're going to dump in our flossine sugar mixture. A reminder, down in the description is a link to the Popcorn Genius recipe book where you can get all of our recipes that we use. Get your free copy today. Also, down in the description will be links to all these products as well. We're going to do a taste test at the end and see which one is the best. Look how nice and blue that is. That looks really good. We're going to listen for it to slow down. As soon as it does, we're going to give it a dump. I think we're good. We're going to turn this off. Give it a quick dump. Okay. All right, look at that. Nice bright blue popcorn, as we would expect. Okay. We're going to put some in this cup, because we're not going to try it yet. We're going to put some in this cup, and we're going to get that labeled so we know that that's the flossine one, okay? Now, we're going to get this cleaned out, and we're going to try the signature blend. We got it all scooped out. Now, we're going to go with our signature blend. So, open this up. We're going to turn back on our kettle. Let's see what the temperature is in here. Oh, I forgot a little piece. 430 degrees, so we can start right away. So first thing we're going to do is put in our corn oil, 8 ounces of kernels. Close this down. We'll let that heat up, and once it starts to pop, we'll add in our signature blend. So we labeled our cups for this first one that we popped, flossine. Put that right here in front of our flossine one. We have our signature blend cup, and we have our glaze pop cup. You can really smell the blue raspberry on that. It smells really, really strong, like a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher. Today we're using our Paragon Theater Pop 8. This is a great machine. We've been using it quite a bit. It works really well. It has a anodized aluminum coating on the kettle. Makes it much easier to clean. Really great. I love the way it flips out. If you're interested in one of these, there's actually a coupon code down in the description where you can get a discount on that. All right, starting to pop. Let's put in our mixture in there. Close that down. Whoa, it's really popping like crazy out there. Got me pretty good. This is our signature blend one that we're trying. Starting to sizzle now, so it's probably gonna start to pop again. Really starting to get going now. Okay, that's pretty much just as bright a blue as it was with the other one. We're going to listen for this to slow down, and then we're going to dump it. Alright, I think we're good. Let's give it a dump. Turn off our kettle. Okay, look at this. All right, let's get our cup here. Signature blend cup. Cup with it. There we go. All right, we're gonna get the rest of this cleaned out, and we'll be back to pop glaze pop. All right, we got it cleaned out. Now we're gonna make our next batch with glaze pop. So let's turn on our kettle. Let's check the temperature. It's probably still pretty hot. I mean, we just finished that batch. 355. Let's load up our oil and our kernels. So we got 3 ounces of corn oil, 8 ounces of kernels. This smells good too. This one smells just as good as the signature blend as well. We're going to basically do the same exact thing we did. We're going to wait for this to pop just a little bit. We're going to add in our glaze pop and pop it the rest of the way. I'm hearing it pop. Now we're going to add in our glaze pop. Close that back down. We'll let that get back up to temperature. Pop the rest of the way. All right, here we go. It's really popping up now. Okay, we're gonna listen for it to slow down, then we're gonna dump it. All right, and there we have it, our glaze pop. So we have our flossine, we have our signature blend, and we have our glaze pop. We're gonna get this squared away. We'll be right back. We'll do a little taste test and compare. We'll see which one stacks up the best. We got all of our popcorn all popped up. We have our flossine one here. We have our signature blend one here, and we have our glaze pop here. So just looking at it from a color perspective, this flossine one, very bright blue. The signature blend, blue, yes, but a little lighter blue, but it's definitely blue. Not nearly as bright as the flossine. And then we have the glaze pop, and the glaze pop, not nearly as bright as the other two. I think the other two definitely has a better color than the glaze pop one. Flossine, bright blue. Signature blend, little less blue. And then glaze pop, the least amount of blue. All right, let's give them a try. So we have our popcorn flavors here. I haven't tried any of them yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to start with the one we did last. So I'm gonna start with the glaze pop and I'm gonna try a piece of it. Let me look at the coating first. Okay, it's coated pretty well. I mean, there's some pieces that are kind of coated like not as much, but there's definitely some pieces in here. The coating looks pretty good. Let's give it a try. Okay, yeah. I mean, I've had glaze pop before. This is exactly what it tastes like blue raspberry. It's not super strong, but you can taste the blue raspberry on it. There's some pieces, I mean, this is very well coated. So, pretty good. Not super powerful, but definitely blue raspberry flavor. Let's try the signature blend one. So this one here, coated. There's some pieces that are coated, not like the glaze pop. It's more like coated kind of like kettle corn would be. And there's some really good pieces here. There's this one here, which is coated pretty well. Let's give it a try. Definitely a much fresher blue raspberry flavor. Well, okay. Blue raspberry, really good flavor. I really like this. It's nice and light. It's not as, the popcorn is much, it's candy coated, but it's much lighter. It's a little sticky compared to the glaze pop, but the flavor on that, really good. This one, not nearly as sticky. And it's heavier. Like there's a heavier coating on this one than there is on this. This is nice and light. I like this actually a lot. Okay, now we're gonna try the flossine. Now, if you remember, or if you're aware, a lot of folks used to use this flossine for their kettle corn. They loved it. And then there was a big thing going around that said that the gold medal changed their recipe and people didn't like it anymore. We're gonna give it a try and see. The coating on it is actually really nice. Like I said, the best coloring of all three is this one for as far as blue raspberry goes. And it's actually coated really nicely too. Let's give it a taste. I really like that actually. Surprisingly, I really like this one. Glaze pop is my least favorite. This one I don't care for nearly as much as the other two. I will say that flavor-wise, flavor-wise, I have to say, I really like this one. It's just a little bit of blue in the back. And this one's definitely stronger as far as the blue raspberry flavor goes, the signature blend. And I like that a lot. This one's lighter though, and I don't know how to explain it. It just tastes brighter. I don't know how to explain that, but this one is really, really tasty, really good. Love the color of this. If I had to use either one of these, if I was out there popping corn for folks to sell, I would definitely use either one of these products. I mean, I use Glaze Pop too. I have to say though, in a comparison, this is my least favorite, but all of these are all good in their own rights. I love the color of this one, and I do really, really like the flavor. In this one, I really like the flavor a lot. The color is nice, but it's not my favorite color as far as what I would imagine blue raspberry to be, but it's very festive and, you know, colorful. So, all great. For me to pick, I'm gonna go with the flossine. I think that's my number one. Then I'll say signature blend is my number two, and in third is glaze pop. So there you have it. All three different blue raspberry flavor popcorn made with flossine, signature blend, and glaze pop. Whichever one you use, I'm sure you'll be happy with. You just gotta get out there and get popping.
That one's pretty good. I have to put it 1 through 10. Then
Yeah.
I had to rate it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that one's like a 8.5. That one's pretty good.
Okay. Awesome.
This one's really bright in color. Wow, that one's really good. I would say this one's like a 9.5. I mean, so serious. This one's like a lot more like flavorful. Like you can taste the flavor a lot more. This one's probably the most subtle.
Not as strong.
Not as strong. Not
Yep.
as strong at all. I would say this one's probably like a. I'd give it like a 7.5. I think this
Okay.
one's the best one right here.
That one's the best?
Yeah.
Nice. Which one is that? Flossine.
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 I think
Nice.
Flossine's the best.
Flossine's the winner.
You want